Good afternoon and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay today. Um, as you all get back to hump day, okay? Um, as I always say, the importance of hitting the like button, it helps to keep the video in the algorithm. And also, there are still people that are forgetting to subscribe. So make sure you hit the subscription button, okay? I finally got my little grandbaby down and to sleep, of course. And so I decided to, before she jumps up, because she only sleeps for about 15 minutes, I decided to get a video in. I wanted to talk about the video footage um, of young Dolph, okay? And for me, and this is just my opinion, okay, based on my character and how I feel when I say this part, because I can't for the life of me understand why people would want to see a young man heinously gunned down. Um, to me, it's sadistic. I know a lot of people go, well, we just want to make sure he walked into the cookie shop. He walked into the cookie shop. The police know that he walked into the cookie shop. There was a video, a police cam, a blue light cam that they had in that area. Okay, um, that I do believe it sat kind of over across the street from the cookie shop when closer to the church's chicken or something. But when Young Doc was assassinated, it, it was moved. Of course, we know why it was moved because I'm sure it had the footage of them pulling up, following him, and Young Doc pulling up. But Young Doc walked into the cookie shop. But I think to me, my logic, I don't want, I wouldn't want, just like, and even though we saw that of takeoff, laying there, um, you know, with dead, it even, we all looked at it, but it kind of messed with my head. It did. It kind of messed with my head to see that young man's body laying there lifeless. We didn't see him actually hit the ground, but we saw him on the ground. Young Dolph's footage would be much more gruesome because, from my understanding, the video footage that the police have is of him actually being assassinated. Right? To me, that all mess with any human, and you know, I I'm beginning to see, especially as it relates to YouTube, when it comes to money and people doing anything for money. People are not human. They turn into animals, and I don't want to put an animal as being as low as I see some of these humans because it's a lot of animals that have much more couth and character than some of these humans. What they're doing for some money. So it brings me to, I was having a conversation with someone. Is someone trying to pay vloggers to leak the footage of young Dolph's assassination? And, you know, the rumor is that it's coming from, because as we near the finale of young Dolph's case, because we there will be a finale, like I was saying the other day. There's no way for this to continuously go on forever. Even after some of these people are convicted, if there are some that they have not gotten yet, they will be gotten right. But even after they are gotten, at some point there will be a finale. Like we're nearing the finale now because it's not like they don't know what has happened and who all played a part in this. And so, you know, I've heard a few people say that they feel that the people that actually has this obsession, who paid to have him assassinated or who participated in it, they have such a obsession with humiliating him, although they have assassinated him and taken his life and did the ultimate. They're trying to pay bloggers, to possibly to put the footage out, to leak the footage, because that's another way in their minds of humiliating young Dolph. At this point, some of these people who participated in this, I'm hearing, are very angry, even though they were the ones that put the hit on him. They were the ones that actually participated in this. Now that they see how the FBI is all over this, how the Memphis police is all over this, they have the nerve to be mad, as if young Dolph messed my life up. I'm hearing that some of them are saying, is this nigga that effed my life up, when they were the ones that participated in this. As I say, mental illness is at an all-time high. But you have to think about some of these vloggers, okay, who actually was put here by some of these labels. Believe it or not, I'm telling y'all, they were. The FBI know that they were. They were actually placed here by some of these people that work for these record companies, right? And they actually got hackers because they decided they was gonna go strong. Okay, one of their supreme hackers, I'm hearing about from somebody in law enforcement, they found out resides in New York. That's one of them, right? And you know, they're trying to, you know, first of all, they thought that they was going to be able to make a movie. Okay, I think a lot of people that participated in this with the record labels, of course, they was paid to change the narrative. And there is nothing, let me just say this, there are no laws against getting a vlog and acting a damn fool and changing narratives. But there are laws against the tactics that they used to change the narratives, such as hacking people's stuff, such as setting people up, such as plotting murder on certain vloggers, such as, well, we may as well, we scam too, scamming and things of that nature. Like the tactics that they've used has been absolutely deadly. And some of these vloggers, when they finally finish their investigation, we ain't gonna see them. They're not gonna get out in 3 or 4 years. Okay, they're not going to. They're not going to get out in 5 or 6 years. But this is what a lot of these vloggers have done for money. But is someone trying to pay some of these vloggers to actually leak the footage? Because from my understanding, and this is just something somebody told me that they had gotten a tip on, is that somehow it is possible that someone does have the footage. And before people say, well, it came from the cookie shop, they didn't say it came from the cookie shop. You have to understand that when they assassinated young Dolph, those young men that was out there, they were not the only ones that was out there. I know y'all don't think that the people that assassinated him actually pulled up and killed him. I mean, when I say just pulled up by themselves, let me say this, they did kill him, pull up and kill him, but you don't think they actually pulled up by themselves. They're cowards. It was a lot of them. And if you think they didn't have their cameras out, if they had that area surrounded, if they were in other lots, if you don't think they had their cameras out, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay. And the good thing about it, as I always say, is God has his people everywhere, because they've definitely been notifying. And hey, I'd heard this months back, law enforcement, that some of these people that did this to young Dolph possibly has the video, right? So are they trying to pay certain vloggers to put it out? Because I mean, thus far they've been able to pay certain ones to try and steer the narrative in another direction, which, a lot of people that understand investigations didn't give a damn, especially the people that is doing the investigation, because they know that a damn vlogger cannot um, do anything as it relates to their investigation. Now they can brainwash them. They can brainwash people at the minds of people, as some of them have, but they cannot change the nature of their investigation or the structure, right? Because even with all the decoys that I'm hearing that they had out there in the beginning to try and change the narrative on, possibly on the scene, okay? People lying, and people could have been telling lies in the beginning because they were afraid. Because a lot of people was questioned, they was taken down and questioned, okay? And then after that, there was like a 300 arrest sweep or something, like it was like 300 people were arrested and things of that nature. So um I think, they actually started putting, because they understood that so many people were arrested in the beginning, they immediately put their vloggers on to try and find um, witnesses. So they started witness tampering early on. That made the feds really just buckle down, right? Um, some of these gang members are in Memphis are connected to gang members out of town, right? Um, and so it was ugly. It had, it was just all over the place. But even with it being all over the place, right? They still knew early on the direction, because they had credible people that knew the direction. As I say, God has his people everywhere. So is someone trying to, because they know that the finale is nearing, okay? And they have the nerve to be mad because at this point now they understand that they're not going to get away, as I have been saying in the beginning, with what happened to young Dolph, because God is not going to let them get away with it. Um, hey, are they trying to pay somebody to put the footage out under the guise of um we need to dissect this? Because now you got to understand, whoever they give that footage to, and they are crazy enough to put it out, they got to understand the charges that they are going to be looking at. And um I think the feds are just waiting for them to put it out, okay? I think that they are. But it's not going to be worth it for views. Why would anybody want to tamper with a ongoing investigation? Why would anybody want to do that? Why would anybody want to see how heinous, have that circulating on the internet, how heinous this young man was shot down, other than his quote unquote ops? Okay. The people who want to see his family feel pain, even though young Dolph has ascended to, his spirit has ascended to another dimension, because they are so sadistic. They feel like this is another form of humiliating him, and they can get a damn crazy ass vlogger to do it, because thus far they've been able to pay folks to get themselves in the trouble that they are in with all of this hacking and stuff. Okay. It's a damn shame when anybody has, just about every other person has a price tag on them. Those are what you call dangerous people. People don't have any morality anymore. They got a price tag hanging on them. Yeah, I could be bought. You give me 100,000. Yeah, I kill my kids and all. This is how low the morale is. As far, people don't have any self dignity anymore. It's all about money. I shoot myself in the stomach, man. You say you gonna give me 500,000? Yeah, I shoot myself in the stomach. You ain't you a dead motherfucker when you do it. I get a lot of views doing that one, man. Then I go buy me a Gucci belt. I go buy me a what, a Lamborghini or something like that. Now, what's gonna happen is your mom and them gonna have to buy you a casket. But this is what people will do for money, okay? But just, the only thing I can say to these vloggers is be very meticulous about trying to compromise an investigation. Because, see, I know a lot of people don't know anything about the law. They don't care to know anything about the law when there are dollar signs. It blinds them. But, you know, um, the people in jail don't have that video. Okay. I'm not trying to show anybody up or anything like that, but I'm just saying they ain't got it because that would be considered contraband. So the only people that would have it is, because the authorities say that they were tipped off that the people that, paid to have this done possibly has that video. And they didn't say that they got it from the cookie people or anything like that. Just from what my understanding is it probably came from other people that was out there on the scene recording, right? So be very careful. Money ain't everything. Start serving God. How about that? Start serving the Most High God. Um, because people getting you messed over, to them, because for a lot of these people, they know that they get ready to go. This is their last hoorah. Yeah, we gonna show the world how we did that whole ass nigga, how he fell to the ground sick. God can't get them fast enough off the street because they're ruining the community. If this is true, whoever it is, I trust that the investigators work with people that tell them correct information. That's how they have gotten what they have gotten thus far, and that's why I say they know a lot more than what y'all think. And so that's why when I see, somebody talk to me about, may say something to me about something, because I don't know everything about the Dolph's case. I don't know everybody that was involved. And then something comes up, okay, and I hear it, I go, wow, all of a sudden, this video is coming up that because I had been heard that, somebody had told me that they had gotten a tip that somebody that paid to have this done to him could possibly have that video. Okay. And they was waiting to see how it was going to circulate. So I'm just saying to you, vloggers, I understand some of y'all on the payroll. Don't do it. As a matter of fact, have some type of self-respect. Have some type of respect for Young Dolph's family and his children. Don't let these people that are angry that they did not get away with this, because they didn't get away with it. All of them hadn't been arrested yet, from my understanding, but they will be. And people will try to take down anybody that they can with them. But I just think that it's sad that so many people are willing to do anything for some money. They wouldn't do anything. I, as a hitman, these shade tree hitmen better sit their asses down. You old mother suckers. You old motherfuckers. Sit your asses down, you old bitches. You sitting up got kids that's grown and grandkids, and you still out here talking about you a damn hitman. Your kids don't know how to take you. Well, at least I always had money to take care of my kids, but emotionally your kids messed up because their dad was always in and out of jail. You felt like, if you feel like just financially a child just needs finance only, then you really is sadistic. You're pathetic on a whole nother level. A child needs their parents to help, two parents, even if they're not going to be together, to raise them in a healthy environment. That's even more important than money, right? But instead, it's a lot of mental illness, and they're trying to rear these young dudes in the same direction. Now they're starting to see, I guess they done been in and out of jail, I guess, enough. Okay. So now they're ruining somebody else's children. These little young dudes. If y'all knew the amount of folks they had on y'all asses, y'all would go back to school. Go get you a trade. It ain't worth doing life because they out there. I promise you, they out there. They out there in droves, and they come from different states. They out there to get you, and you ain't gonna get back out no more. And these OGs ought to be ashamed of themselves. I hope they get that. It's them they ought to get. I hope they get them. That's who they need to get, because they are the ones that have created this environment and trying to keep it going. But the beautiful thing is they out there, and they come from near and far, and they came to handle business for Young Dolph. Okay. And then all these other folks have gotten themselves caught up in it, these hackers and scammers and things of that nature, that's all connected with that same group of people. Ain't that something? It's a damn shame. But hey, is someone trying to pay anybody? It don't have to be a vlogger, but I see it's in the atmosphere, and it makes you wonder, especially when somebody has stated that they felt like that they was going to have a vlogger to try to put it out, especially if they had it. And now we starting to see all this stuff in the atmosphere. Don't be getting mad at me. I'm not being accusatory. I know that they were saying that True Results said that he was getting a video. I'm not directing this at him. Okay. I'm just saying. I've never had any issues with True Results. And um I don't know if I believe when I talk about certain vloggers, I would have to say this, and I don't know True Results. I don't know if I believe that he would actually even take any money from whoever these people are. I don't just from looking at a few of his videos, I don't know if I pick up on that, but I don't know him. But this is not directed at him. When I speak about that, I think about other vloggers that they say that they know is directly connected to these labels. Okay. It ain't coming from me. It comes from the people that does the investigations. So when I say they know what they know, they know what they know. And it comes from um, the firm and um, eagle eyes of highly trained and sophisticated federal agents and investigators that has even more resources than a fucking hacker. Okay. All right. But anyways, you guys, that's something to think about. And hey, young Dolph is going to have a trial. If people want to see the video that bad, why don't they prepare themselves to go to the trial? I said I was going to try to see if I could make myself available, but I have to be in courtrooms all the time, and it's not, you know, hey, if I went, it would truly be for the commentating. Um, when the trial started, to be able to put the accurate information out there, but I trust. I probably wouldn't have the time. But all of that stuff is usually shown in the trial, and you won't be able to even take your camera in there for that. But I think it's a darn shame, what people put into the atmosphere and the stuff that they do because they were so jealous of this young man that they've destroyed their lives, and they're dangling money in people's faces who ain't never had nothing, and in the end ruining their lives. That's why I say to these little dudes, y'all better open your minds, y'all better open your eyes, because ain't nothing being ruined but lives. Because anything as it relates to young Dolph, ain't nobody gonna get away with it. And when you start talking about tampering with an investigation, let me see how much time that brings. I just want to be sure. Penalty for tampering with a hold on. Now, tampering with evidence could be up to 20 years as for state prison for up to 20 years for felony tampering with evidence. Hmm. Y'all better be very meticulous about what you do. It ain't worth it. Okay. All right, you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to donate to the channel, you could definitely do it via Cash App. And once again, this video was not a shot at anyone. Don't do me like that. Because if it was, I would say this is a shot. But I don't have no issues with the particular person that y'all would think that I was throwing a shot at. I've never had any issues with true results. Okay. Um, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And if you would like to hit the like button, please hit the like button. Okay. And if you would like to donate to the channel, you could definitely do it via Cash App. Okay. But again, and then don't say, well, she's the cookie shot. I didn't say the cookie shot. See, what y'all have to understand is, okay, and a lot of people get mad at me. And see, I understand how people try to control you when you don't say, I know a manipulative person. It sends a fire through my bone. You have to understand, I've never heard any credible source say anything about the cookie shop. And if I haven't heard a credible source say it, I'm not going to get on here and make up anything for you guys just to get views. People will say, well, you must be, they'll send their people over here. You must be related. Why? Why I must be related? Because they did it. What had happened. I wasn't out there. I don't know what happened. Evidently, you was out there. I told you some of these vloggers need to be put up on investigation, because I do believe some of them had their asses out there since they know so much. The only way to know that, as much as some of these folks claim they know, they was out there. Okay, they had their asses out there. Okay, so I'm not going to lie on people if I have not heard a credible source. I've never even had anybody throw me a hint. Okay. I don't know everything about the investigation. I don't even want to know everything about it. Okay. Because it'll come out soon enough. But I'm not going to lie on people. I'm not going to say something that a credible source has not told me. I don't go along to get along. Well, it's obvious. It ain't obvious to me. I went out there. Okay. But everybody has a right to his or her own opinion. But you just can't make me say something that you want me to say. I usually wait for somebody credible to say it. Okay. Just like, and I know I'm supposed to get off of here, but I just keep thinking about just like that situation with Orange Mound Quet. I'd heard Orange Mound Quet was involved probably around April or May of last year, and it came from a credible source. So when I started hearing his name in the vlogs, I knew somebody close to him had to have fed him to the vlogs. Because nobody else knew that other than Orange Mound Quet. I don't believe that the witnesses that work with the police department actually fed that to the vlogs. I think the people right around him did. Okay. I think his closest people did that. Okay. The police do too. All right. So, anyways, you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. And I'm getting off for real this time. I'll talk with you guys later.